Hi, Tony. Thank you for having the time for this conversation. I think people are really adore the design of the Lange & Söhne watches, and we're curious about how exactly it has been designed, the hand drawing still involved.
Today, it's not a big point doing hand drawings, maybe for first ideas, before concepts of roughly. We don't use that sketches. We work with computer models like the standard stuff like Photoshop and Illustrator and stuff like that.
I think Lange & Söhne has the beauty of the precision, and we see the harmony of the design. So how exactly the human design and also involve the computer skill to help the Lange & Söhne watch so perfect?
The computers are really just a tool. Everything is by discussions. Some people could see us a little bit as a couple of design freaks. We go very much in detail. If I mean detail, it's really sometimes hundreds of a millimeter. For the appliques, the hour markers, or the length of the hands, it must be really in a good proportion. And for that, we use the help of the computers. That is quite intense and very much in detail.
For the Lange & Söhne watch, we always think about double assembling. And some people could maybe not really understand what is the meaning of the double assembling, what is so important to Lange & Söhne.
I can imagine maybe there are even people who think, wow, double assembly, don't they have good watchmakers who do it in once? Yeah, it could be. In fact, it is very common in the watch industry to do a double or even more often assembly with complicated movements, because they require you assemble a part of the complication, you try the function, you need to adjust, so you take it apart, adjust and set it again. What we do, in fact, the idea of Mr. Blumlein and Walter Lange was, okay, we start in 1990 with a new collection, and there all the watch movements are taken or made out of the material German silver, which was early days used only as the material for complications, because it's a bit stiffer and more flexibility for drilling many holes for many parts in the movement. The decision to make the whole watch collection, even the, let's call it entry-level Lange & Söhne watches, also out of that material, made us have to do the double assembly, because German silver is a very delicate material. If you touch it with your fingers, you very quickly oxidation. You can't wash that away. You need to cut that away. So that is a very logical thing. So you must see that no matter if it's an 1815 or a grand complication, the watchmaker assembles several times. It's all by hand. So every adjustment, the end shake of a wheel, adjustment of the levers is all by hand. So it's assembled, checked, disassembled, really again adjusted and assembled again. You can imagine that you have traces of oil or traces in the movement. Now, of course, we don't want to deliver a watch with that movement which looks in that state. So after the movement works properly, then the watchmaker takes everything apart, cleans all the parts, and then starts the final assembly with a perfect condition. That's how we deliver the watches. So it's really a final checkup to be on perfect condition. We're in Germany. So.